We have a Gemini full moon on November 27th, and this is some Reiki energy healing to support you. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name's Fola, and here on Deep Mind Squared, we talk all things magical practices and altered states. And in today's video, I'm sharing the energy healing for this full moon in Gemini happening on November 27th. So how are the twins showing up in your life right now? Are you recognizing that polarity that oftentimes exists? We're about to head into the holiday season, and that can be a very intense time. Sometimes it's busier for people, and sometimes it might be the complete opposite. You might notice you're feeling more isolated or feeling like you would like to be around people and yet very much alone. So tuning in to whatever is showing up for you right now and aiming to seek that balance in your life. There is something really profound that happens during the full moon times, this illumination of consciousness and understanding about yourself. And so with Reiki, it's about aligning and supporting us by releasing energy that may no longer serve you in your life at this point and opening up new doorways. And I'm super excited as we come to the end of 2023 to see what new pieces want to show up in life, what new possibilities want to be created. And in order to do that, that polarity or balance within can really come into fruition and then open these doorways. So as with all our energy healing sessions, this is an opportunity for you to receive whatever it is that you're meant to receive, knowing that there's no right or wrong. And at the end of this video, for those of you in the community membership, there'll be a card reading. You can tune into that and join the community if you so feel called to. So finding yourself now in a comfortable place, whether you're sitting or laying down, as the energy is flowing to you, as we tap into that full moon Gemini energy at the end of the month. Calling upon your guides, your ancestors, all those beings that wish to support you on your journey. They have many different messages for you, so are you willing to listen? I'm calling to the energy of the twins, those Gemini twins. I'm seeing those pillars just like in the temple, where it's like both sides are being supported, both the masculine and the feminine. What wants to be balanced or brought to balance in your life during this full moon? Something that I'm personally being called to tap into is the balance between work and play, and recognizing how serious life can be. How can I draw in more of that playfulness, that connection to this like fun, wild side? So wherever you're noticing the polarity for yourself, recognizing that this is part of the life journey, okay? That no matter where you are, it's okay. No matter where you've been, it's okay. It's all welcome, and it's all about who you are. It really has contributed to your life story. trusting it is exactly the way it needs to be. Everything is working out for you. Everything is working out for you. And you can repeat those words to yourself. Everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. The more you repeat that, the more it becomes a script and the recognition of that power and that support that the universe has for you in your life. This will support you and ground you really in that knowing of who you be. Knowing that over the next few weeks, 2 weeks until that new moon, you can continue to connect to this energy and the power of the full moon. Seeing it really paving the way, lighting the path forward for you through that illumination. Trusting in that polarity. So sending you that love, that support. Feel free to let us know in the comments what's shown up for you, what it is that you are intending for the next couple of weeks. And for those of you in the community membership, I will see you there for the intuitive reading, card pulls in a moment. And if not, thank you for tuning in and look forward to seeing you here again soon. Take care. Welcome, community members, to this intuitive reading and card pull. And to start us off, I wanted to just use the pendulum. This was showing up for whatever reason, to just clear anything else that might be showing up for you right now. So taking a few deep breaths before we start here, and just aligning to that energy that moves through the crown, down through the pillar in your body, through your spine, and out through your root. Imagining that pillar, that middle pillar running through your body. I'm just going to ask that all that energy through there is really just magnified and alivened. And so we're going to check in as this energy continues. We'll know when it is complete. Thank you, pendulum. Thank you, energy, spirit. And anything else from an ancestral or past life experience that might be holding you from really having that pure channel open. Just going to clear that across timelines here, all dimensions. Taking those deep breaths as the energy moves. Any cosmic, any karmic, any of those ties or anything contract-wise that might be holding your soul, holding you from really diving into your truest potential. anything that might be leading to health issues, mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, just clearing that now. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's get into pulling some cards here today for this full moon period, this Gemini full moon. Let's see, what do the cards have for you in the next couple of weeks as you tap into Gemini? You recognize the polarity, and I will speak whatever words need to come through, whatever vibrations. Just again, thank you for your support and being here and engaging with the community. As it continues to grow, this channel and this community, I'm really excited to see what comes, so sharing your experiences, sharing your wins, your losses, however you want to identify it, it can be encouraging for others. It inspires others. And so recognizing that this can also translate into your everyday world, okay? I'm not just referencing here on the channel. Now, if I can pick up the cards. We got one. Ooh, we have the Death card. And we have the Devil card. So we have 13 and 15. So I'll just show you here. This powerful kind of transitionary energy. Death and the Devil. Devil, 13 and 15. And what exactly do those cards bring up for you would be the question, okay? What do the Devil and Death even have to do with each other? They might be going through a particular loss at this time, and I mean, the full moon does have to do with letting go, okay? Bringing illumination and also letting go so that we can then bring in the new. And what I'm really being drawn to in the Devil card is the V, actually, kind of in the center of the sigil. That V that could be representative of the horns, okay? If you were to have a bull or some animal with horns that only had like one horn, that would lead to that imbalance. It would lead to kind of like a leaning over to one side, okay? And this is ultimately what like the Devil card has to do with, is this idea of that balance and the attachments that exist in our life. That lead to overcompensation or a lack of not having balance. It's just like we either overdo it, we're over-attached, or we're not at all attached, however the case. And really this kind of equanimous neutrality is what our goal is in life, is to allow experiences, no matter how much judgment others might have about them, to manifest for us. Okay, and then we have Mercury. So it's interesting because we have that V symbol again here, except now it's upside down. It's like pointing the other way. Okay, we have the caduceus with the twisted serpent or serpents around the staff, and the power of healing that can come with that. Mercury in itself being the planet of communication, the planet of magic, the connection to, this ability for you, your intelligence, even your intellect, to be able to rationalize why it is that you're doing certain things or finding yourself maybe even in certain addictions or connections. Like the serpent could be seen as either positive or negative. And as it wraps up that pole, it's like this intertwining. It needs to happen. It needs both so that it can find the balance. So where is it that you're intellectualizing, maybe overthinking, and creating more conflict in your life even? Or how's that contributing to more addictions, more overuse of certain substances, or sort of even mindsets or spiritual practices? Like, it doesn't have to be something that we would identify as just necessarily negative. Again, it can be anything. If you see the traditional devil card, it shows people with kind of the chains around their neck, except they're loose. They can literally just remove those chains and move on with their life. So where is it that maybe you're feeling the sense of stuckness? What is it that's around these addictions that want to be released right now in your life? And can you lay them to rest? Can you basically kill them off, okay? And create this like new opportunity for a deepening in your magic, a deepening in your practice as a magician, as a spiritual being, as a soul here on this human plane, and realigning that relationship with self. You know, Gemini being, again, the twins, it's like they're not necessarily two, they're like one of the same, okay? If we even look at how twins are born, you know, depending on the type of twin, it's sometimes like the egg itself can split in half and create two of very identical beings. So how is it that you, and what is it that's like your polar opposite, I guess is what I want to say with this. You know, we cleared that middle section with the pendulum as we started and went back through the timelines to check what exactly might be showing up. You know, it might not make a lot of sense for you right now in time, you know, checking your dreams, journaling, writing out what is showing up, recognizing the patterns, being willing to see about the conversations that are you're having or you're overhearing in your day-to-day life can really support you with like recognizing what is growing it for you, okay? We have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing, which it's interesting. I'm going to just point out, so I'll show you this card first. This very Egyptian-y card, okay? And it's interesting because she's holding the DNA strands. And I was going to say the caduceus before you, like this double helix shape here. Okay, this is basically the DNA. And at the top, there's like a crescent moon, and she's also holding a rod with a crescent moon. So I just want to speak, there's something definitely very powerful here happening at a deep, like genetic level, whether it's your personal blood lineage, DNA, and beyond, okay? This transformation that's happening, really what I'm getting here is beyond the veil, beyond this physical reality of what you've maybe been perceiving as the only option, which it can happen. You know, the devil being really very much related to a physicality, okay? The material world. It's like often if things are happening or it's falling away, we get so caught up in the lack of or the loss of it. And ultimately what's wanting to fall away are kind of limiting beliefs that may be taking over, okay, and leading to a lot of sadness and grief. So we have the Five of Swords, defeat. Again, I'm just really noticing this whole connection between the pointedness of these different cards here now, these three upright triangles, downright triangles, or angles, I guess you could say, and now this downward pointing star. And the power of the thoughts. I mentioned before a bit of how the thoughts can be taking over you know, what we're seeing in the physical reality. So this full moon, how can you allow the illumination of really what wants to be let go of, what thoughts are maybe holding you trapped in your current situation, you know, and you can free yourself. That's the thing, it's not like it's an illusion. The trappedness is an illusion, okay? You may feel defeated. You may feel like you're not in a place of power. Can you recognize that even within all this, that there is a power story? So breathing that in right now, I invite you to just check in. What is it that you're going through? You know, what stories are you telling yourself right now that seem really negative or hard or harsh or difficult to move through? And how can you begin to see it in a new way? What wants to be seen differently here? You can ask yourself that question. Ask it every day, as many times as you remember to ask it. You can write it down and journal your response to it. Just free flow association, see what comes in, and trust that, you know, you will be victorious around whatever it is that is wanting to move in your life right now. In that victory comes the sense of power and more of your magic, that true, authentic version of yourself. And that's ultimately what we're about here on this channel. So, you know, share with us, what is it that you are seeking to really manifest in your life, to align with, so that you can be that full expression of yourself, you know, because you are that. And it's like now aligning with all the pieces so that it really starts to show in the physical reality. Okay. And this is like the life work. This is part of the journey. We're all going through it in our own unique ways. And yeah, I just want to have so much gratitude for you for being a part of this community, being a part of willingness to share your story, your experience with others, no matter where you are, no matter how far you might be along your path. And remember that you are a child of the divine. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. And until the next time, folks, I'll see you in another video.